Now you know about content-based networking.
It's supposed to be the #1 goal for your B2B podcast.
That is fantastic. Freaking amazing. I love content-based networking. Ugh. But I gotta tell you, content-based networking is only the beginning, my friend, because you still have audience growth. Yes, content-based networking is amazing and gets you some really awesome short-term wins. But with audience growth, it can get you some serious long-term wins. Growing your audience can lead to serious revenue and results for your company. Now imagine this. You were speaking in front of 100 of your ideal buyers on stage. How much would you pay for that? For 500, 1,000, 5,000 ideal buyers.
21 gigawatts!
You get to pitch them for 30 minutes on stage. I don't know about you, but I would pay quite a bit of money to get on stage to talk to my ideal buyers. That's exactly what we get to do with podcasts. As often as you publish, they're there, subscribing, listening.
Always watching.
So the farther you can grow your audience, it's like growing an auditorium full of your ideal buyers to listen to what you have to say. Now, you don't want to just pitch them all the time.
Alrighty.
But imagine if you could develop a following. They're tuning in to hear what you have to say and what your guests have to say over and over again. At B2B Growth, we're doing a daily show, sometimes multiple times a day, where thousands of people are showing up to listen to what our guests and what we have to say. Imagine the power you would have if you had the same.
Phenomenal cosmic power!
But it takes time. But the cool thing is, it is a bit of a flywheel in and of itself. Now, we all kind of are familiar with like the SEO blogging flywheel, right?
So I'll give the wheel a final spin, ask you to give me a letter from the puzzle.
The more you earn some rankings on Google, the more links you get. And the more links you get, the more you can publish content and rank for more competitive keywords. The more traffic you get, the more people find you, the more links you get, the more you can rank for even more competitive keywords.
I know more than you.
And on the circle goes, getting you more and more traffic, more and more earned rankings, and more links. It's really hard to get that wheel going, but once you get it going with blogging and SEO, it is a flywheel in and of itself. Podcasting is the same way. Luckily, we have content-based networking to give us some revenue in the short term just with the guest relationships, but with audience growth, we can slowly start to get some momentum. First, by just having a good amount of episodes and get some ratings going, and people start to know who you are because you've had enough guests and they've been sharing the episodes with their networks. And then you could start to have a few like bigger names on your podcast. Not that I recommend getting fully away from just prospective buyers, but getting a thought leader on there every once in a while starts to build momentum, starts to be almost an endorsement of a kind from the thought leader, which makes it easier to get bigger people on the show and then more listeners, and more listeners means more people that you want to have on your show. We have 500 people listen to every single episode. Would you like to talk to 500 of these particular people? And they're going to say, yes, please, come on. The more listeners you have, the easier it is to get a hold of anybody you want to get a hold of. Authors, speakers, TEDx speakers, ideal buyers, celebrities. Okay, maybe not The Rock.
It works.
But maybe celebrities in your industry you can be able to tempt onto the podcast because now you have audience. And the larger the audience you have, the more you can sell to them. You could put your own ads, even sneak a whole episode in there that's all about your service offerings to come.
Sneaky, sir.
Or a new thing, a new initiative, a new position, a new category that you are now introducing. So with all those downloads comes attention to you. With all that attention, you get to decide where to point the attention. But it is something that you want to earn and grow over time.